A very good evening, welcome to Euro 2024 live for a final game of the day. And it's Group D, a clash to put in the history books. Two of the biggest sides in the competition, two of the best sides in the competition, facing off in Group D. A draw or a win for either of the sides would secure their knockout stages, safety and places. That is the stakes that are on hold here tonight at the Leipzig at the Red Bull Arena. France, interesting team news, we'll get that for a moment. France looking to progress once again. They won it 24 years ago. Netherlands also won this competition back in 1988. Both times their head coaches were players in those teams. So both know how to win this competition as a player, but they would both love to do it as a head coach. And it's possible. Two very entertaining sides, two sides with a lot of quality and a lot of confidence coming into this one. Not their best performances in match day one, but they will know 3 points is all that mattered out of that. This is where it counts the most. When you come up against the best, you have to be the best to beat the best. Netherlands know that. France know it too. Experience will be a key part of this game tonight. Who can step up and be counted in the big moments? France have the probably more experienced sides with all the quality and experience they've had in recent tournaments, getting to a lot of finals in that time. Some youth mixed in, and Netherlands, a youth side, a young side here this evening. Let's have a look at tonight's teams. And the Netherlands start with Bart Verbruggen in goal. An unchanged back four, Denzel Dumfries, Stefan de Vrij, Virgil van Dijk and Nathan Ake in defence. A midfield two of Tijani Reinders and Jerry Schoten, with an attacking four of Xavi Simons through the middle, Jeremy Frimpong off the right, Cody Gakpo off the left, and Memphis Depay leading the line. Their winning goal scorer, Wout Weghorst, on the bench this evening. For the Netherlands, for France, Les Bleus start with Mike Maignan in goal, who kept a clean sheet against Austria. An unchanged defence for them too. Jules Koundé, Deo Upamecano, William Saliba and Theo Hernandez make up the defenders. A midfield three that is got the only change for France from that opening game in it, with Aurélien Tchouameni alongside Adrien Rabiot and N'Golo Kanté. Antoine Griezmann joins the front three as Ousmane Dembélé and Marcus Thuram make up the attackers. Kylian Mbappe, who broke his nose on Monday night, he's here. He's going to be involved, but only from the bench tonight. What a super sub if you need a change in the game. Kylian Mbappe hasn't scored at the European Championships before in his 5 previous appearances. If he is involved tonight, it will be a great way to open your account. This is the one that he has been not got yet, and that France haven't got under Didier Deschamps. They've got the World Cup, they've had the Nations League. The Euros awaits, and this is one of their hardest and toughest opponents on the horizon. The Netherlands against France in Group D. Kick-off is next. Very good evening, welcome to Euro 2024 live this evening in the Red Bull Arena in Leipzig. Netherlands taking on France in Group D. As I said, if there's an out-and-out winner tonight, they will qualify for the knockouts. But if it's a draw, they will qualify. So one of these teams definitely will be through to the knockouts. If it does end a draw, it would eliminate Poland and give them zero chance of getting through the group at all. They cannot finish above bottom if these two draw tonight. So it is crucial that Poland will be hoping that one of them wins it outright, and that keeps their hopes of maybe nicking it on the final day alive. There's a sea of orange inside the Red Bull Arena. A mix of French tricolor, as they say, as well. But this is a sight to behold. A matchup worthy of a semi-final or a final this early in the competition is rare, but we are going to endure it and love it all the more. Probably thought we'd have to wait till July to get a matchup like this in the latter stages, but this, a group game where a draw would probably be a solid result for both teams. But both don't want to shake hands and take a point apiece. They want to put a statement out. Either one of these two win tonight, that will put a marker down to the rest. They're here for serious business, and they're not here to mess about here at Euro 2024. They're here to win, and no one will stand in their way. There's a good ball through. Here's the Netherlands. They're in here. The shot is saved by Mike Mania. It was a wonderful run in behind by Jeremy Frimpong. And a bursting run through the right-hand inside channel. Theo Hernandez couldn't get to him. And it took a slight deflection off Mike Mania and a big save with his right hand to deflect it behind for the Dutch corner. But that was some force on the counter there. And Theo Hernandez has gone down after that run. He will be okay. He'll be helped back to his feet by Aurelien Chouameni. Let's see what they can do from this first corner. Depay to deliver. Oh, the referee was just going on the whistle there beforehand. So they'll get another chance. He didn't take it. Depay will take it in swinging from the left. Delivered in and cleared away. Strong defending in there from France. And they'll get the free kick on the edge of the box, as Ousmane Dembele was fouled. So free kick will go the way of Les Bleus. But what a start for the Netherlands. Huge moment inside the first 2 minutes. First attack of the game that could have ended in a early goal. France, who kept a clean sheet, whose defence was solid against Austria, kept out a very potent Austrian attack, but almost conceded through Netherlands' first foray forward of the night. Chouameni tried to play it through, given away there. And Schouten now to Dumfries. It will go all the way back to Verbruggen. I'd like to say thanks to Santi Four, who's joined as a member. Thank you very much. Great to have you with us on the channel, and a special mention for you for subscribing as a member. Greatly appreciated. Thank you very much. Verbruggen. Here's De Vrij. Has time and space to run forward. Plays it into Depay. Closed down well there in the midfield. The ball breaks forward. Thuram. Ball in behind. Here's Rabiot. Back it comes. Griezmann. Griezmann will whip one. And that was pushed away by Verbruggen. Good effort. Wonderful effort by Antoine Griezmann, given the time and space to measure that. And it took a bit of a movement through the middle. It's a strong right hand there by Bad Verbruggen, but both goalkeepers have had to save in the early moments. A French corner now it will be. Griezmann, who won the corner, will take the corner. Takes it short. Dembele. Back to the edge of the box. N'Golo Conte. Back wide to Griezmann. Griezmann will whip it in. Headed away there by Van Dijk. Back to Conte. Now Griezmann. Again, ball lifted into the box. Again, headed away by Van Dijk. As N'Golo Conte tries to press, but the Netherlands will get the ball. Here's Xavi Simons. Switching it out to the left-hand side, looking for Cody Gakpo. And closed down there by Jules Koundé, and Koundé will get the throw in. Last touch off Gakpo there. Xavi Simons in the side. Looking to impress. N'Golo Conte. Upamecano to Saliba. Excuse me. Now, Theo Hernandez. France starting to control the possession of the ball. As Upamecano's ball over the top, looking to find Thuram. Back it will come to Griezmann. Now Ousmane Dembele. Down the line it goes. Conte to make the run. Back to Koundé. Koundé with a cross. Hooked away by Van Dijk. And we'll go out for a French throw on the right hand side. France starting to build better. Move from back to front a lot quicker. A lot more confidently. Although that's well won by Xavi Simons, and he can try and get the Netherlands up the pitch here. To run into Upamecano, who will gather. Big test. That'll be the interesting thing. I said in the opener about who's going to step up, who's going to stand up and be counted in this. That's what it'll take. This early in the campaign, I don't expect these two to be at their very best, but certainly improvements expected from their opening games. One of the most convincing of victories, but it doesn't have to be. The victory is the most important thing, and they both got them. And they know that they get a positive result tonight, they will be in the knockout stages, these two. Upamecano's long-range effort there to try and switch it out to Rabiot was just over it. And it will be out for a Dutch throw on the right-hand side. Depay. Down the right it comes to Frimpong. Dumfries. Schouten. Now Reinders. Depay. Plays it through. Simons trying to squeeze it through for Depay on the spin, and he went to floor. The referee waving away any sort of shouts for a penalty. Strong defending by France, but it had to be. Netherlands were popping it around those intricate spaces really well. There's going to be a free kick given here as Griezmann was fouled. Yeah. Saliba holding his ground there against Memphis Depay. It's not a penalty. Really strong defending. Confident from William Saliba. Here's Ousmane Dembele. Griezmann, who has the captain's armband tonight. Seeing that Kylian Mbappe is on the bench, so Griezmann taking over that role as captain for the moment. Until if and when Mbappe makes an appearance, which I am expecting at some point in the evening. Saliba finds Griezmann, feeds out to the left-hand side, finds Hernandez. It was a major threat for France against Austria, Hernandez. The majority of their attacks came down his side and were created by him, as he's taken off the ball there by Dumfries. And now Depay trying to switch it out to the left for Ake there. He did well under pressure, the Manchester City player. And Conte giving away the free kick to Simons. Taken quickly. Reinders bursting forward. Gakpo made the run. Cody Gakpo flicked round the corner looking for Depay, and again France getting it away. Although brought down by Ake on the left hand side, keeping it on the push for the Netherlands. Here's Reinders. Schoten. Now Dumfries to Frimpong. Back to Schoten. Frimpong. Jerry Schoten. Back it comes to De Vrij. Well, the Netherlands have looked the brighter of the two, surely, in their fluidity into the final third so far. Both sides having very good chances as well. Both goalkeepers called into action in the early moments as Jules Koundé has to head that cross out for a throw. And it will be Nathan Ake to take. To Simons. Back to Van Dijk. Cross to De Vrij. Down the right to Frimpong. Stefan De Vrij. Heinz Schoten back to the Netherlands defender, who will pass back to Bart Verbruggen. Nice passing in between the lines. Frimpong back to Schoten, looks for the ball over the top, but again will be a free kick given here for France. And Didier Deschamps, he's won the World Cup as player and a head coach. He would love to do the same with the Euros. Would become the first player to ever do that. First person to ever do that, I would say. Dembele. Rabiot. Griezmann. Nice 1-2. Out wide to Hernandez. Back to Griezmann. France swiftly moving. Saliba. Upamecano. Right to the right is Dembele. Back again to Upamecano. Netherlands covering every area of the pitch at the moment. A 4-1-4-1 at the minute. Out of possession against France. It just seems like Reinders is going to dropping in alongside the two centre-backs, or just ahead of them, and then the midfield fours. The cross comes in there. Griezmann was the target, too low for him. And Reinders, who was dropping deeper, got up and got the header, and denying Griezmann the chance. For a France throw on the left-hand side. It was a lovely cross in. Griezmann couldn't reach it. Saliba. To Tchouaméni. He's doing a similar role for France. That's a lovely return ball out to Jules Koundé. Koundé with a cross. De Vrij up, clearing the header. Dembele. Now Rabiot. In space. Thuram. Back flick. Rabiot across. Griezmann tripping over it. And France scramble the chance to take the lead. Wonderful move in the final third by Thuram to find Rabiot. He tried to square it to Griezmann, who tripped over it. And how France didn't find the net there, or even get a shot off, is baffling. Here they come again, though. Griezmann! Wide. Goodness me. Well worked in between the lines. Just seeing that. Griezmann picking up those pockets. Again. Breaking into those spaces. Finding the gaps. Finding a way through almost. But again, how did they not score here? Unbelievable back flick by Thuram into Rabiot, and Rabiot just squares it across to Griezmann. Griezmann's not expecting it. He's expecting Rabiot to take the shot, as we all were. Griezmann fell over the ball and it came crumbling down there for France. Again, another very good, well-worked move. An individual quality there, almost finding a breakthrough. And the Netherlands get a bit of a reprieve. And let's see how they respond to that good French moment. De Vrij. Van Dijk. To Ake. De Vrij. I do apologise if there's been any technical issues to this point. Should have resolved that issue. Do apologise for that. Here's Reinders. Turns on the ball, gets the forward. Gakpo down the left channel. He's got Ake on the overlap. Gakpo wants to go himself, chops inside and forces the save off Maignan. Wonderfully delivered and executed by Cody Gakpo. That's fabulous. And Maignan down to his left to make the save. That's good quality by Gakpo. Chopping inside, taking it onto his right, and just striking at the goal. Well worked. Corner to the Netherlands. Depay's delivery is high and well overhit, that one. Although Reinders will recycle it back again, and they'll keep bodies up the pitch for the moment. Show 10. And the pressure there, forcing the Netherlands back to Verbruggen. Frimpong, who played it down the line, but it just went out of play. Will be a French throw-in. Rabiot. Saliba. To Upamecano. Right, Koundé. Saliba through the lines, trying to find Rabiot. Does find Rabiot. Back to Saliba. Rabiot coming a bit deeper. Conte with lovely skill. Nice intricate play between Conte and Griezmann. And Conte leaves it. Griezmann out wide. Finds Hernandez. Flowing well now, France. And getting the corner off Denzel Dumfries. That was fabulous from the French midfield there. Rabiot playing it through the middle. Conte was ready to receive the ball. He leaves it. Knows that Griezmann's behind. And they move it really fluidly, France, between the lines. Nice work. They get the corner here. Decent quality in the opening 18 minutes between the two. Fairly even so far. France to try and whip this delivery in. Griezmann, the captain, to take the corner. Left-footed delivery into the box. Easily cleared away by Ake. Brought back by Chouameni, but that couldn't be kept in play by Rabiot. That's a wasted opportunity. Ake to take this throw in. Depay. Gakpo. Nicely turned. But again, French body's in the way and they pass it back to Maignan. Calmly there. Chouameni. And I'm actually interested to see how France adapt tonight. No Mbappe off the left to try to get them that run at the defence. He didn't do that majorly against Austria. They controlled it well, the Austrian defence, but Mbappe had one or two very good attacks. But Be interesting to see how France deal with that. A more technical central move. It was Conte trying to square it across and just run out of room there as tracking back was Jules Koundé. Wins it back for France. But that's the moment I'm talking about. When France need to use their midfield, need to use the central areas, where they're going to find those spaces, where they're going to kind of interchange a play. We've already seen a moment between Rabiot, Griezmann and Conte where they are, it's like second nature to them. It's just the fact that they don't have that wide outlet in terms of the natural wide outlet that they're used to through Mbappe. It's more Griezmann that will target that area, and maybe Theo Hernandez, when he is going down the wing, he will be that natural left-sided player to kind of keep the attack very balanced, but at the same time, he's not Kylian Mbappe. So it'll be interesting to see how they interchange between Griezmann and Hernandez, and what way France use their formation and their fluidity to really help them in the game and their skill. That's nicely taken by Thuram. Here is Hernandez, Rabiot to Marcus Thuram. And the cross from Rabiot is well overhit. Goes behind. Goal kick. But there's certainly glimpses. Early doors. I have to say, France have maybe just edged the last 5-10 minutes. The Netherlands certainly started the better of the two. They looked the more comfortable from the very off. But France have seemingly gotten to grips with that and are starting to show their quality a slight bit more. The majority of the Dutch possession in the last 5-10 minutes, so the majority of the Dutch kind of involvement has been defending, although De Vrij using his defence to come forward, try and play the ball out wide, but Jules Koundé knew what was happening and covered it well and headed it back to Mike Maignan. Gakpo there is kind of the Netherlands kind of outlet down that left-hand side. He is that out-and-out left winger. He can play off the left. He can come more central as well, Cody Gakpo. And we saw glimpses of both in the game against Poland. You know, that really intricate, bursting left-sided run from the out to in on the left flank. Really strong, but really pacey as well. And then we saw the more technical side of him in the build-up to his goal. That intricate footwork, playing in between the lines, give and goes, that type of idea, that type of aspect of Cody Gakpo's game, which led to his goal. So it'll be interesting to see what way he attacks tonight, whether he does go for that out-and-out winger role, or he does try and come more central and be more intricate in the build-up with the likes of his Xavi Simons, or he does try and kind of support the attack, the rest of the attack in another way or two. Interesting to see the dynamic there. Netherlands, they get a free kick here on the left-hand side. One which Memphis Depay will take, and it looks like they're going to bring bodies forward here. So they were initially going to take it short, but had a change of heart pretty quickly, and Memphis Depay's over to take this set piece. Long whipping cross to the back post, headed across and headed comfortably wide there by Denzel Dumfries. Decent delivery. Too far wide for Dumfries to have any real threat on the French goal there. Comes to nothing. Hernandez trying to climb over Dumfries there to try and reach that ball, but will bounce out for a throw-in. A referee this evening, Anthony Taylor of England. We saw an English referee involved earlier this evening, Michael Oliver. So some English representation on the officials today in Group D. As referee's just going to give the Netherlands a free kick here. See it again. Depay just kind of tripped off the ball there by Frimpong. Rabiot goes down, and we'll get the free kick. The referee's bit whistle happy at the moment. A couple of free kicks should let the game flow a bit more, I would suggest. Not that I'm giving the referee tips, but I want to see a game like this play out, flow nicely. We don't want it to be overly refereed. Just want to see a nice game. Two quality sides that can speak for themselves and discipline themselves. Koundé. Bimicano back to Saliba. Certainly a more reserved pace at the moment. It's not end-to-end, high-tempo, gut-busting football. We've both just calmly entered the game, shown a bit of what they're offering, and they're just filling each other out at the moment. As Koundé felt he was fouled off the ball there, but the Netherlands are going to take the advantage of the counter. Instead, here's Gakpo in space. Into the box, Gakpo, instead of trying to go for goal, he tried to squeeze it through for Depay, and Depay was just ahead of it. Nice idea. Well worked counter-attack by the Netherlands, and he could have had a shot there. Gakpo maybe not. Maybe he was covered over, but just see it again. Koundé went up to win the header. Simons doesn't really do much involved there. It's not foul on Koundé whatsoever. Sam says, so far I'm 2 for 2 on my picks today. My final pick tonight is France to win. Well, we will see. Give us the lottery numbers while you're at it as well, Sam. Decent takes today. 2 wins. Ukraine beating Slovakia earlier this afternoon. 2-1, coming from behind Ukraine to win that one, and Austria 3-1 winners against Poland. That's good work by Saliba. Griezmann picking up the pocket. Rabiot off the left. Back to Griezmann. In between the lines, tried to feed it through for Rabiot again, but Dumfries got in the way, and the Netherlands back on the ball. Schoten. Now Reinders. Space for him to break forward. Out wide it goes to Gakpo. He's got Simons on the run. Finds Xavi Simons. Back to Gakpo. Now Reinders will try and open up an effort. It took a wicked deflection and took all the pace off that one, and easily caught by Mike Maignan in his own box. And they spread out wide nicely there, France. Koundé running behind from Thuram. Flag stays down here. Marcus Thuram hit the outside of the netting there and flew into the crowd. It was well onside. Miles onside there. De Vrij playing him on. Should have done so much better there. But maybe just the presence of Virgil van Dijk, the Dutch captain, could have unnerved Marcus Thuram there. Because he was just... I mean, in Virgil van Dijk fashion, I wouldn't say he was running back, but he was sauntering back, shall we say. And the Dutch captain. Maybe just that presence took Marcus Thuram's eye off the ball, and he saw it fly behind for a goal kick, but he was well onside. It was nicely worked move. Maignan with the ball out wide of Koundé, and then the really well timed run by Marcus Thuram in between the two centre backs of the Netherlands there. But couldn't find the finish. Tchouaméni. Koundé. Maybe, just maybe, it looks like the seesaw is swinging in the way of France's favour at this moment in time, I would say. Just the Netherlands have that major threat on the counter-attack, but in possession. France controlling the game at the moment. And that's where they look comfortable. That's where their best attacking moments have come from. Really intricate football, pacey play, but also taking their time on the ball, being patient, popping the passes around, but not overplaying it. As Griezmann there goes down under a challenge from Denzel Dumfries, and The referee giving Griezmann the free kick there. Tchouaméni. Rabiot. Coming deeper is Thuram. Can run in behind, but he come deeper, but that time he lost the ball. Reinders. Netherlands couldn't really break forward that time. Van Dijk. To De Vrij. Give and go. Simons. Back to Dumfries. To De Vrij. Back to Dumfries. Down the line. Finds Frimpong. Back again to De Vrij. And he overstepped it. And they pass him behind from Conte. Couldn't get anywhere near Thuram, but the Netherlands played themselves into a bit of trouble there. Luckily, France couldn't take the opportunity, but again, maybe a nervy moment in possession there for the Dutch. Although here comes Simons down the left. Gakpo. Simons continuing his run. Gakpo infield again, tried to find Depay. Strong challenge. And now Griezmann on the break for France. Griezmann brought down again by Schoten this time. And it's going to be the first yellow card of the night. To Jordi Schoten, the Dutch midfielder. It's another strength of Antoine Griezmann's game. Winning free kicks, getting set pieces, using his using his technical ability to get those little niggly fouls given for him. Here's Tchouaméni. Wide it goes to Theo Hernandez. Back to Tchouaméni. Conte picking up in the half space. Nicely worked. They come back with it though, France. Saliba. Rabiot. Tchouaméni. Hernandez to Rabiot. Caught on the ball there by Depay. No foul, says the referee that time. Depay underhit the pass to find Frimpong, but France, in those moments, sometimes a bit too eager to win the free kick. And with this counter-attacking approach from the Dutch, that could be a dangerous kind of temperament to go down, dangerous path to follow. The referee doesn't blow the whistle. You find yourself in an overload moment where you're being countered on. Saliba. Conte. Back to Upamecano, and now Tchouaméni. Forcing it through the lines. That's a nice tick by Dembele. And he tried to squeeze it through and hit a brick wall there. As Gakpo will carry out for the Netherlands. Schoten. Now Nathan Ake. To Simons. Back to Reinders. Schoten. 12 minutes to the first half to go. And so far it's been pretty tender, shall we say, in this first 30, just over 30 minutes here at the Red Bull Arena in Leipzig. Wouldn't call it on a knife edge. It's certainly a more reserved performance from both of these. Maybe just don't want to show their hands too early. Have their poker faces on at the moment. De Vrij with a long ball over the top, and again just too far ahead of Gakpo. But a nice idea there. De Vrij with a nice ball over the top, but just not executed in the end to find Gakpo. Koundé. Dembele. Back to Jules Koundé. See, Griezmann, although that's a mistake there, given away, and now Frimpong on the run. Jeremy Frimpong has his shot blocked, well covered by Saliba. And France recycle the ball again. But just a few of those moments creeping into the French game at the moment. A few of those misplaced passes, not the most confident. Their fluidity has kind of gone missing in the last 5 minutes or so. Maybe that's to the credit of the Netherlands. Tracking those passes a lot better. Closing down those spaces. Adapting to the game. Adjusting to the way the French want to attack. Again, Dembele tries to step inside. Gives the ball away. Now Simons billowing in on goal. But that's a really tame effort. Should have done so much better there. Just took it far too early. And had a long way to travel. But it travelling all the way into Mike Maignan hands. Tchouaméni. Conte. Linking up with Thuram. Griezmann, nice skill. Conte trying to find Thuram. Trying to get the better of De Vrij there. Thuram ends up on the floor. And the referee's going to give the free kick. Or the throw in, sorry. Yeah, De Vrij. Yeah, it's not bad. It's a decent challenge by De Vrij. Strong on Thuram, but fair. Throw into France down the left-hand side. Hernandez again caught on the ball. Show 10. Now Reinders. Simons sprays it out wide, finds Depay. Depay looking for the cross. Saliba with a block. And Theo Hernandez to hook away up the pitch. There's Thuram. Went down, wanted a foul. The referee said no, and the Netherlands recover the ball. Show 10. Maybe the Netherlands wrestling back a bit more control in this late in the first half. Frimpong. Reinders. Given away in possession from Reinders. And now Thuram raking forward and taken out that time by De Vrij. And that is a foul. And that's going to be a French free kick. Yeah, he just stuck a leg out there, De Vrij, and it was always going to be a free kick. Just a free kick given there. No further punishment for the Dutch centre-back. So, Antoine Griezmann is the one over this for the moment for France. Eyeing up his options. Theo Hernandez is in the vicinity of that free kick, which I don't think he's going to take any part in it, but you never know. Griezmann readying to take this then for France. Going to try and string this in. Griezmann's delivery. Off the head of Van Dijk. Strong defending again. Really good. And then that is a really bad pass back there from Deo Upamecano. Contrasting bits of play from the two number 4s. Van Dijk with a strong piece of defending, heading it clear. And Upamecano putting it straight out for a Netherlands throw. And Didier Deschamps is in deep conversation with his assistant down there, thinking about what they can do to change this. Thuram does very well, wins it back, and now Dembele billowing into the box. Blocked again, the cross. Back to Dembele, who's taken down to the edge of the box, and that's a free kick. Anthony Taylor disagreeing with the Dutch captain. Van Dijk certain it wasn't a foul. Anthony Taylor certain it was, and Just clips under the foot of Dembele there. It is a free kick. Dutch captain just a slight bit late on that one. Nothing more than a free kick, but I think he can argue the case that it wasn't a foul. Another French free kick, this one, from a lot closer. Like 20 yards, if that. Wide on the right-hand side, a bit to the right. Netherlands, a four-man wall. Dembele and Griezmann over this. Whether it is best to try and go for goal direct or whether to cross it. I wouldn't bet against the direct shot here. And this is a big test for the Dutch keeper. Setting up his wall correct to make sure every possible outcome is covered defensively for the Netherlands here. Let's see what they can do. Dembele and Griezmann over this. Dembele leaves it. Griezmann to strike. Hits the wall. Will be a corner. And that is really strong from the Dutch wall. It's De Vrij that gets the header away. That's really strong defending. Just had that feeling with Griezmann. I thought he would take it direct himself. Although we don't like to see that some of the supporters behind that goal are throwing projectiles, which is certainly not good to see. And we completely discourage that type of behaviour and call it out for what it is, a disgrace. Griezmann trying to whip the cross in and headed away again by Cody Gakpo. Certainly finely balanced, finely poised here in Leipzig. Hernandez. Saliba back to Upamecano. Now Koundé. Upamecano back to Manya. Does have that reserved feel about the game. It's not both sides going toe to toe. It's more heel to heel at the minute. Hernandez has the ball down the left, cleared away. Chouameni to pick it back up, and the cross comes in from the left, and Griezmann's header is easily caught by Verbruggen, but well created by France there. And Van Dijk didn't go out to him. And Rabiot's cross. And Van Dijk doesn't know whether to go or whether to leave and try and cover the man behind him. Caught in two minds there, the Dutch captain. Ultimately the header from Griezmann was into the comfortable hands of Bart Verbruggen. Show 10. De Vrij. Back to Jordi Shoten. De Vrij back to Verbruggen. Less than 2 minutes to go in the first half. Netherlands 0, France 0 here in Leipzig. There's a couple of shots each, 5 apiece. Netherlands with 3 on target, France with 2. Very little between the sides on the balance of things. The possession heavily in France's favour at the moment. 62% for France to the Netherlands 38%. So France having a lot more of the ball, but not using it to their advantage at this moment in time, with the game still very even and still at deadlock. Throw in the Netherlands. Dumfries back to De Vrij. Across to Ake, who slips on the ball. Ake. Dembele wants handball, but he's given it actually, the referee. Looked like Ake just slipped. He might have handled the ball when he slipped. I didn't see it, but The referee's given the free kick for it. So the referee definitely saw something. Saliba. Hernandez. I have to say, I think the French are feeling a bit of a gaping hole down that left-hand side at the moment. They're so used to finding Mbappe. Even if it isn't just a run, it's to take the ball, get them in their well-known positions, but it's a bit strange. Their wing play has been minimal at France. I said that it probably would be. That they're going to try and probably interesting to see how they focus it up the middle and see how successful that attempt is in the game. So far it's been, semi-successful. They've had one or two opportunities, but nothing major. As we'll have one added minute at the end of the first half. And you can usually tell what type of first half we've had based on the amount of added time at the end of the first half, how many good opportunities or how many breaks in play we've had. It's been quite simply quite reserved from both teams. There's a lot more to be shown here between these two. A lot more quality that can be shown. Maybe they're just holding it back for a blockbuster second half. Who knows? Rabiot. Upamecano back to Tchouaméni. Cross to Saliba. Both head coaches, Ronald Koeman and Didier Deschamps, will have words with their players at half-time. We'll look to give them a slight advantage. We'll look to maybe tweak one or two things at the break, because there it is. Half-time, as Anthony Taylor blows his whistle to call an end to the first half. A first half which, as I said, has been reserved. It's been tender, to say the least. Neither side has shown off their true quality yet. Few glimpses, but nothing of major concern for either defence. One or two decent saves from both keepers, but that's mainly all we can talk about. Half time in Leipzig. It is Netherlands 0, France 0. Nice ball in behind for Saka. Saka looking for the cross, headed on and in! What a header by Jude Bellingham! That's a lovely bit of work. And Bellingham with a booted header. No keeper stopping that one. And that is England taking the lead with practically their first chance of the game. Welcome back to Euro 2024 live, half-time in our final game of the day. And it is set up to be a cracker, but so far it's been quite reserved from both teams, not showing their true quality in the game just yet. A lot more to come in the second half, so you'll want to stick around to see what will be, I'm guessing and hoping, will be a cracking second half. We will see, of course. But ultimately in that first half, and we'll analyse it and we'll talk about the chances and talk about probably what we're expecting from the second half. But the one thing I would say about that first half is the fact that there is a lot more that can be seen from these two teams. We know their quality, we know their ability, we know they've got star players, we know that they've got a lot of quality in various different areas. and a lot of qualities that can score goals, that can create big chances, and that can finish them as well. But one or two moments where there has been glimpses. It's not that it's been a dull game. It's not that it's been boring. It's just both sides have really not tested their quality enough, not taken enough risks. And you could argue that yes, both sides would love to win this, but the last thing they want to do is lose it. You don't want to lose this game by going too gung-ho too early and end up losing it. But that could be a loser's mentality. You have to take the risks, you have to try your best, and you have to, ultimately, I said it, be the best to beat the best. You have to be the best team on the pitch. So far, neither side have actually been at anywhere near their top level, or anywhere near getting to top level as of yet. The majority of the game, basically the run of the play in that first half, France dominating the possession, controlling the ball, much more kind of possession-based football. The Netherlands, their approach to try and find a way through France has hit them on the counter-attack, breaks, fast moves from one end to another, in transition moves. That is where they've got their most joy, the Netherlands, with the likes of Cody Gakpo, Xavi Simons, Memphis Depay, Jeremy Frimpong. Those front four very much well worked in transition, and Schoten and Reinders working it really well in between the lines in those moments. But for France, they have had glimpses of intricate play. When you play that possession-based football, it will be a lot harder. It will be against a very strong side, a very tough side, a very rigid side, and a very stubborn team, this Dutch side. And when you're playing it between the lines and playing those intricate passes, you have to be at your best level, or even getting to that level, to consistently kind of provide good chances from possession-based football in that first half. Yes, you can get a sloppy pass, you can break on them, but the majority of France's good moments have come from their good play. Griezmann had a good shot early in the game to really test Verbruggen. Really good effort. Rabiot had one where he should have scored. I mean, it's baffling how he passes it off to Griezmann in the box when he has a shooting opportunity himself. But that's a midfielder's mentality, surely, instead of a striker's mentality, that type of moment. But in the end, I've said it in that first half. A lot more needed. A lot more can come from these two teams. Reserved, timid, tame, tetchy in moments, not top quality. And France, at the moment, I think slightly edged the first half. I mean, there's very little between the two, I'd have to say. But if I was to pick a team where I thought, yeah, they've probably shown me a bit more in that first half, I would say France, based on the fact that their possession-based football looks more consistently reliable. And we talk about counter-attacking football being so possessive and so efficient and well kind of cauterizing through the defences in this tournament so far, and carving teams open through the counter-attack has been so threatening and so kind of fruitful for teams. But on a consistent basis against one of the best teams, you have to pick your moments wisely, and you have to be clinical when you take your moments. So far in that first half, when the Netherlands have countered, they haven't been clinical. They haven't found the finish right the majority of the time. Gakpo, one or two efforts. He had a good effort. One of the best efforts of the half for the Netherlands, where he chopped inside, tried to strike into the far corner. Really good save by Manya. But Simons, bit of inexperience showing in his game, where he took the shot far too early. One or two misplaced passes, one or two counter-attacks just not clicking for the Netherlands at the moment. Maybe that's why I see it as an inconsistency at the moment, where there isn't that consistent feeling of we're going to this direction, we're going to this pass, and we're getting it into this zone. That's usually what you see from a counter-attacking move. It's this moment to the striker, or this moment to the winger, or this moment to the runner of whatever position. We haven't really seen that consistently from the Netherlands in that first half. Their counter-attacking has been a bit sporadic at times, about whoever's the free man, just get forward. And there's not been any method to their counter-attacking, it seems. It's been a bit sporadic and a bit all over the place at times. No discredit to them, counter-attacking football. I've no problem with it. It's just you have to be consistent with it, and you have to, at the same time, be comfortable, confident, and believe in your clinical ability. just in a few of those moments, it looked like the Netherlands were a bit lacking in some belief in moments in that first half, I would edge to say. But France, as I said, I felt they were a more consistent performer in that first half, but I wouldn't say that they've deserved to take the lead. They've had good spells, good moments, but no side, as I said, has got to their level, has, I felt, took it to the next gear. I think they've both matched each other comfortably and are not afraid, but they're just a bit tepid to try and go to that next stage, to try and push that little bit further, to take that extra risk. And it's about who does that first and who does it well. When they do it first, that is when that we will find the first goal in this game, or where we'll find a breakthrough and a huge moment where it was a good goal. That's why I think that Kylian Mbappe coming off the bench could be a masterstroke for France in the end, because you leave him on the bench, the longer he's on that bench, the more eager he will be to get out there and to get on the field and to impact play. And when you have a player like that with the quality that he is, what he can deliver on the field, not only scoring goals but creating opportunities and getting consistently, having the defenders running back towards their own goal, having them facing the wrong way, is something that is a massive quality, especially when you're playing possession-based football, because the team counter-attacking don't consistently want to be going back the way. They want to be trying to dispossess you, press you, and hit you on the break. And with Kylian Mbappe, he could change the game later as the game goes on. And if we see him into the fray, he could be a real masterstroke for the French side to try and add that extra verve, that extra risk that we talk about that they need to take. That could be Kylian Mbappe in that second half. And we will see. If it is, I think France get the win. If it isn't, and the Netherlands do get their counter-attacks consistent, and they do make them efficient, and they are clinical in finishing those chances, then they will get the win. But at the moment, we're heading towards a 0-0 draw, because neither side want to take any risks, and neither side have got to their top level, where we are expecting them to find the net. But that will come. I expect, and both sides will have those opportunities in the second half where they will try and go for goal, and when they will try and possess those moments a lot better than what they did in the first half. As I said, a draw wouldn't be the worst result for either of these two teams, because if the draw happens, we will see our first elimination of the tournament. It would mean Poland would be unable to get anywhere higher than bottom of the group, which would mean they're unable to get one of the best thirds, and they would be eliminated from the competition if the Netherlands and France were to draw. That would mean Poland would be 3 points behind Austria, but with a worse goal difference, and also with the head-to-head against them at the same time, and also France in 4 points and Netherlands on 4 points as well, seeing them two popping up the table and confirming their places in the knockouts. But it would also mean, what positions will they finish? It could be any positions out of the rest of the three. It could be. We know Austria, with that big win earlier on, that could send Poland out if these two draw. And of course Ukraine's win against Slovakia. It's been an exciting day so far. We want it to end with a cracker. We would love a wonder goal to win this one, but we would take a multitude of goals. We'd take anything at this point, because at half-time in Leipzig it is Netherlands 0, France 0, and the second half is on the way in just a moment here in LFS. Do stay with us. Walker. Nice ball in behind for Saka. Saka looking for the cross, headed on and in. What a header by Jude Bellingham. That's a lovely bit of work. And Bellingham with a booted header. No keeper stopping that one. And that is England taking the lead with practically their first chance of the game. Welcome back to Euro 2024 live here on LFS. Another offering of European football for you tomorrow. There are 3 games tomorrow. We won't be covering them all. We have some other attendances, but we will be live tomorrow night. We can confirm that we will have at least 1 game for you tomorrow, definitely, and we will have Belgium against Romania tomorrow night, 8 o'clock here on LFS. Belgium, bottom of the group of Group A at the moment, and they face Romania tomorrow, who got off to a winning start against Ukraine and would love to secure qualification with at least a point tomorrow, and it would put Belgium in a very tough position heading into match day 3, and that will finish match day 2 tomorrow, because we'll be heading into our double headers from Sunday until Wednesday. The groups will come to an end for those final 4 days, and we will have all the groups, all the roundup of those groups live here in LFS. We start with Group A on Sunday evening at 8 o'clock. Both games kicking off at 8. We'll be watching both. We'll be keeping an eye on both, and we'll update you on the table as and when it happens. We will be looking so forward to that, and we hope you are as well. Right. The players coming back out onto the field. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and turn on post notifications if you don't want to miss any of that action at the end of the groups, and also in the knockout stages as well of the competition. You'll not want to miss a single thing. Plus, follow us on X, Instagram, and TikTok. All the links and handles you need are in the live video description, so go over there and follow us. Greatly appreciated. Right, France and the Netherlands back out for the second half. No changes yet. Kylian Mbappe still in his trackies on the sidelines. Not changed just yet, but we're anticipating an involvement in the second half, in whatever capacity that may be. He should be involved here, I'm guessing, at some point. We will see, but who will blink first between the two? We will certainly find out, I hope, in the second half, if either blink first. Could be the ultimate staring contest, who knows? Here's Hernandez. Tchouaméni. Didn't see much of Theo Hernandez in that first half in terms of his attacking displays. Same with Dembele. Not much down the wing, although here he comes now. Again, showed a bit of space, and Ake got the connection on it. Will be a France throw down the right. Dembele went backwards. Almost overhit that one, but Koundé will pick it back up. Saliba to Tchouaméni. Hernandez. Tchouaméni. Upamecano to Dembele. He looks to take on Ake, and Dembele on the burst. Dembele through, just overrun the ball. Again, the ball just evading him. Heavy touch for the second one. Burst past Ake. He's got pace galore. Ake trying to get back in. And the second touch from Dembele is quite heavy. And just sees it going out for the goal kick. But really good attempt there. One of probably the first time of the night where he's decided to take on Nathan Ake. A rarity, seeing France break down the wing. Chotin, the ball just behind him, nicked away by Rabiot. Had to pick it across the midfield, brought down by Tchouaméni. Conte, off Griezmann now, Hernandez. Griezmann. Behind the corner. Nice idea. Finds Rabiot. Tchouaméni. France again back to this comfortable possession, controlling the game, calmly, composed. Tchouaméni. Spreading that out to Hernandez on the left. Of course, Tchouaméni cut the only change from the French side that beat Austria 1-0 on match day 1. That own goal from Max Ferber, securing victory for France. It's been a different dynamic to this French side tonight, a different approach, different idea in midfield, and so far, Netherlands have held against it. Here's Conte lifting over the top. Rabiot again running out of room with the ball, and the Netherlands don't even need to make any sort of contact, just let him run out of room and it will fall out for a Dutch throw. But if they do need their bench tonight, France, they've certainly got a lot of quality on it if they do need to make changes up front. I mean, 5 forwards that could get into any international side at this level. Giroud, Barcola, Colomouani, Mbappe, of course, Coman. You can talk about the midfielders, the likes of Fofana, Zaire-Emery, Camavinga, and the defenders as well. Konate, Klose, Mondi, Pavard. And then backup goalkeepers are half decent as well, Areola and Samba. So definitely a very deep French squad. A variation of options and ideas that are available to Didier Deschamps at his mercy. As Hernandez went down there under the challenge from Frimpong. Nicked the ball away, and Frimpong just caught him a slight bit late. Just around the upper ankle area. Didn't matter. France had the ball anyway, so keep the possession. Upamecano. Conte. Saliba. Tchouaméni. Nice ball through the lines. Dembele showing himself for it. Down the right hand side comes Koundé. Bodies in the box. Koundé's cross. Van Dijk with a clearance. Dembele on the edge of the box. Dembele strike charged down well in the central areas by the Netherlands to clear it away. And now Depay gets the ball. Now lays it off to Frimpong. That's better. That just sparked a bit of life into the game all of a sudden there. Dumfries. Forward to Depay. Held on to by Saliba. Gives it off to Frimpong. Plays it in behind Frimpong, and coming across was Upamecano, and Dumfries deemed to have given away the free kick. So it will be a free kick to France. Yeah, maybe just around his foot there. Upamecano was caught, so it will be a free kick. Wasn't major contact, but decisive for the referee to give a free kick. Magnan to kick long. Headed out there by Van Dijk. France throw. Dembele. Koundé back to Dembele. Maybe just upping the tempo a bit, these two. Seems like they need to. Conte, nice turn. Takes the ball in his stride. The defender's trying to throw himself at him. Conte tried to go for the long range strike. There. Xavi Simon's trying to cover over. Conte's strike is way over the bar and into the French crowd behind the goal. Dumfries to Frimpong back to Denzel Dumfries. All the way back to Verbruggen. I keep seeing shots of Didier Deschamps and his assistant continuing in their conversations. It's a nice ball through the lines. Simons out wide here to Gakpo. Driving in field, cuts it back. Reinders trying to fizz it into the box. Frimpong couldn't bring it under control and has to be brought back out to Shoten. Van Dijk. Nayake. Depay. Reinders. Out wide again, Simons. Depay down the left hand side. Here comes Ake. Decent here from the Dutch. There's no real crossing options there for Ake, and have to come right back round the other way here with De Vrij. Down the right with Frimpong. Infield to Reinders. Simons. Charge down. Will be a free kick. And a decent area here for the Dutch. Dembele committing the foul. A slight clip there by Dembele. But he also got a bit of a shove in the back as well, putting him to the ground. And the Netherlands have a good set piece opportunity here. Depay is over it. Van Dijk had a bit of a word with Depay there about something. Covered his face with his shirt there, so wonder what that's going to be. Interesting. 25 metres to goal, about 27 yards. Memphis Depay. Ready to take this. Stepping up. Depay hits the wall. And all the way back out again, it will come to Van Dijk. Frimpong. Tries to go down the line, and Rabiot does well to try and see him out. And the ball had gone over the line there from Jeremy Frimpong, so will be a goal kick. Yeah, just about crossed the line before he got it back into the mix. It was Rabiot that got the header away when Depay's header hit the wall. Or Depay's strike hit the wall, sorry. Come off Rabiot's head, that's what I was saying. Manya. Koundé to lift forward, but again, cleared away. Hooked forward by Upamecano in the back pass there, but the flag was up there against one of the Dutch players. It will be a French free kick. Simons, I believe. Or was it Depay? It was Memphis Depay there. Yeah, Reinders flick on. Depay was offside, so. Well, talk about France and their form. As I said, unbeaten in they're now in their last four. 3 of their last 4 games they've won. Last defeat became against Germany in March, 2-0. The Netherlands won their last 3 games. Canada, Iceland and Poland last time out. Scored 4 goals in both of their warm-up games against Iceland and Canada. And their last defeat came also against Germany in March. Something in common. Here's Dembele with a cross, and a really poor effort by Rabiot, who saw it skide into the stands again. Decent cross, and maybe just a hard one to take for Rabiot. Stretching back for it, just trying to reach round it. Just couldn't take it under his stride. Well, France have a very good record against the Netherlands. They've won 7 of the last 8 meetings in all competitions. The only Netherlands win in that run was in 2018 and a 2-0 win against France when they were world champions. The last two meetings between the two have both ended in France wins. It came in the qualification group for the Euros. 4-0 win against the Netherlands in Paris, and then the 2-1 win away from home against the Netherlands for the French in Amsterdam. But the Netherlands have beaten France at a major tournament at 2 of the last 3 occasions. Beat them in the Euros Group C back in 2008, 4-1. And in 2000 as well, when in the group when France won the Euros that year. They lost 3-2 to the Netherlands in their group game. Group D that time as well. Chouameni looking for the strike, and that's not great at all. I think it might have took a deflection, but I think Chouameni's just jumped the gun a bit there. There's no need to take that strike, really. I think that was a bit of a silly idea. Dembele. Rabiot. Upamecano trying to squeeze it down the line. Here is Koundé who picks it up. Back to Dembele. Trying to square it across to Conte. Closed down. Dembele will keep the ball against Reinders. Now finds Conte, but instantly pressed upon, but Conte keeps the ball. Now Chouameni. Saliba. Upamecano. Better in between the lines from France. Rabiot. Dembele back to Rabiot. Van Dijk stepping out. Plays it across to Thuram, who looks for the corner but just strikes wide. Not a bad effort by Marcus Thuram. Good run by Rabiot. Drags Van Dijk away from the space and allows that little gap to open up in the Dutch defence for them. Thuram to find that strike. Bit brighter from France. Still lacking that cutting edge finish in the game. And Mbappe still firmly sitting down at the moment. 60 gone, 30 to go, and no movement from the French bench as of yet, although there's a player literally sitting on the ball. And the referee's just going to give France the free kick here. Trying to see who it was. Simons that's on the floor. Chouameni's not happy. I mean, 6 of one, half a dozen of the other there, really. They're both going for the ball. I mean, I don't think there's much in that. Virgil van Dijk's making the claim as to why the free kick's been given against the Netherlands when their player's on the floor, but it's a fair point, but at the same time, it's Chouameni and Xavi Simons continuing their debate. Back to their feet, and France get the ball going again. Saliba. Upamecano to Koundé at the right flank. Looking for Dembele. Takes it in a stride, and Ake has to track back and will go out for the French corner. Well shielded by Dembele there. Starting to really make an impact in the second half. Ousmane Dembele down that right flank. Starting to test Nathan Ake on a couple of occasions. And France starting to get a bit of joy out of that side. And now a corner will be the next right-footed delivery. Into the box. Up again was to Van Dijk. The header clear. Koundé to recycle it back. Dembele to whip it in again. Right-footed. Headed on. And over the bar by Chouameni, who comes close. Deep cross, and it's just curling towards goal, dipping for Bruggen full stretch, but didn't dip enough on Chouameni's header there, and just sails over the bar slightly. Goal kick. Is the Ninja Turtle playing? Well, Kylian Mbappe, I'm guessing you're referring to, is on the bench, but he will be wearing a mask when he comes on. That is what will happen. I mean, if he comes on. I'm expecting him to come on, but he's still sitting on the bench. And there's a lot of time remaining, so I don't think France will be in a major hurry to get him on the pitch, but if they need him, they need him. And I'm sure that their captain will want to come on. We will see if we get him. A glimpse of him at least tonight on the pitch. Dembele. Although his side are starting to turn up the notch. Turn it up in the attack so far. They've improved. Hernandez. Rabiot. 1-2 with Griezmann. Back to Rabiot. Chouameni. Upamecano. Dembele. France still commanding the ball. 70% possession in the second half, so more than they had in the first. Still just over 60% overall. Hernandez finds Conte. Now Rabiot. Conte again. Linking up with Thuram, who comes a bit deeper. Add an extra body in there. Hernandez. Back to Saliba. Chouameni. Dembele. Chouameni. Griezmann there as well. Flicked on by Thuram. Dembele cuts it back. Conte feeds it through. Griezmann can't direct it past Verbruggen. That was well created move by France, but couldn't be finished off again. Wonderful intricate football in between the lines. The flick by Thuram. Dembele brings it back to Conte. Conte feeds it through for Griezmann, and he just can't stretch to reach it past Verbruggen. Doesn't get enough on it, and the Dutch keeper puts it wide. Another French corner. But France coming close to taking the lead there. Once again, didn't find the back of the nets. Cross comes in from the corner. Here away by Choten that time. Back to Hernandez. Down the line it comes. Upamecano out there. And Chouameni will measure one. And that was really strange. Well recovered. And France have the ball back again. Dutch couldn't get out there. Hernandez. Maybe the game has just turned up a wee bit. A bit more tempo, a bit more energy in it. Rabiot. Between the lines, Griezmann lays it off to Conte. Starting to pick it up now. Dembele. The cross too close to Verbruggen. But better again from France. Upping the tempo, upping the pace of the game, and starting to flick those passes around. Their skill is starting to show. So close for Griezmann. He took the touch and it just took it away from him. And he just had to slide to reach it. And he got the slightest of touches off his left toe on the ball. And it was nowhere near enough to take it past Bart Verbruggen. Which head coach will blink first? Ronald Koeman or Didier Deschamps? Which will go to their bench first? We await in anticipation. All given away by De Vrij there. Griezmann. Now France come forward. Antoine Griezmann. Out wide to Dembele. Cuts in field. Ousmane Dembele back out wide. Now cuts inside again. And The shot just over the bar from Ousmane Dembele. Another good chance for France. They're starting to knock on the door here. And Netherlands starting to struggle to stick with this tempo at the moment. They're upping the level. They've had 7 shots in the second half. That's their 8th shot, but only 1 of them on target so far. The Netherlands, or sorry, that was their 9th shot. The Netherlands have had just 1 shot in the whole of the second half. Compare that to the first half, where they had 5 shots, 3 on target. So the Netherlands had the better of the had slightly the better of the opportunities in the first half, but France have just taken it a bit higher and to maybe another level. Slightly the better of the two now at the moment. Reinders though. France have to be wary of this. Here's Gakpo breaking forward. Gakpo across, and Hernandez got the clearance. Back to Frimpong. Edge of the box it comes. Reinders. Gakpo. Renewed belief in the Dutch. Here's Depay. Big save by Mania. The follow-up is in. Xavi Simons breaks the deadlock. And after France have had multiple opportunities in the last few minutes to take the lead, it's the Dutch that strike first. It's Xavi Simons, the first to find the net. But, or will he? Offside. And it's the officials on the fields that have said no. Wow. What a moment that is. That was a glorious moment for the Netherlands. They built up a head of steam. They got into the box. They kept the pressure on France. They didn't let them out. Well, the argument here is the goal has been disallowed because the player that was offside for the Netherlands could have impacted Mike Maignan dive to try and save the shot. Van Dijk is incensed. Simons is desperate for that to be given. And we will see what the outcome is. The check is ongoing by VAR. It continues here. It's still going. Anthony Taylor telling the Dutch players to wait. The only thing it could be is that the player offside has affected the keeper in diving and impeded him. It's the only thing I can see from that. Be very harsh. And the referee is going to try and explain to both captains here what is happening. What VAR checking. And this will be a tough call. There's no doubt about the offside. It's whether the offside is an impeding offside and has affected the goalkeeper. If he has impeded him, the goal will continue to be ruled out. If he is deemed not to have impeded the keeper, the goal will be given. And the decision, the referee holding his ear. The crowd are getting ready to do something. Well, it looked like the referee was saying they've confirmed the offside, but they're checking for something else. I don't know what they're checking. What else they're checking for? And the decision is no goal. So the on-field decision stands. And the flag. And Xavi Simons, who was desperate for that goal to count, will not get that goal. Although there's going to be substitutions incoming now. That was some goal. Dumfries was the one that was offside. We'll see it again. I mean, I don't think Maignan was getting to that. even if he was allowed to dive, I don't think that he was impeded that much, and I don't think that would have been saved anyway. Nonetheless, that's the decision, and there's going to be a triple change incoming. So Gini Wijnaldum is coming on for Xavi Simons, which is harsh on Simons. Schoten has just been replaced as well, and Frimpong. So a triple change for the Netherlands, a harsh moment, but 3 changes from Ronald Koeman. And Wijnaldum is one of those substitutions. We haven't seen the other 2 players, who they are yet. I haven't had confirmation of that, but France get away with one. Massively. Veerman and Gertruida are the 2 that have come on for France, or for the Netherlands, sorry. Mike Magna kicks out one straight out of play. I think France are going to join the Netherlands in making a change. Giroud is the one readying himself on the sidelines. There's no doubt about offside. That's not the problem. It's just whether or not it's an impeding motion from Dumfries, and I think it's harsh. Very harsh. But that's the decision, and there we are. Upamecano. France, a warning sign, a major warning sign. Will they learn from it? Koundé down the line, trying to play it across. Van Dijk to hoof it away. France with 16 minutes to go. We're going to make a double change themselves in a moment. Not just yet though. Tchouaméni, ball in behind, far too overhit to try and get anywhere near Antoine Griezmann there. Goal kick. And this will be the chance to make the changes. So Dembele, he's probably been the brightest spark for France in the second half. He's going to be replaced by Kingsley Coman. And the second substitution is going to be Marcus Thuram, and he's going to be replaced by Olivier Giroud. So Thuram and Dembele off, replaced by Coman and Giroud. Still no Mbappe. Still on the bench. Doesn't look like he's going to come on now. 15 minutes to go. It'll be a bit of a waste. Maybe they're just taking no risks there with Kylian Mbappe and just letting him recover. 15 minutes to go. Netherlands 0, France 0. Dumfries. De Vrij back to keeper. Verbruggen, now Van Dijk. The question is, what has this game still got in store for us? We've had a dramatic VAR moment. Will there be a goal? It's getting to the stage now where if there is a goal, it might be the winning goal. And for the side that end up losing, it would be very harsh. But it's football. Draw would certainly suit both sides. It would secure both of their places in the knockouts, and eliminate Poland. Certainly, and it would keep the battle for the top spot open until the final day, until match day 3. As France will face Poland and Netherlands will face Austria on match day 3. Right. Both of those games coming on Tuesday, I believe. Double check that for you. That is correct. Both of those games 5 o'clock on Tuesday afternoon. Group C also on that day as well. 8 o'clock that night. Wijnaldum brought down there in the middle. Free kick there to the Netherlands. Yeah, chop back, and Conte just catches him there. It's not malice in it, but it is a free kick. And it's not out of shooting range. It's 30 yards, but it's fairly central. Depay over this one. Looks like he fancies to take the shot here. 25 metres out, 30 yards. Let's see. Whistle goes. Depay chips it to the back post. Van Dijk was lurking and well met there by Theo Hernandez to put it behind for the corner. Tricked everybody there. It looked like he was ready to take the strike and tried to flick it out to Van Dijk. Well spotted by Hernandez to defend that moment. As Veerman heads over there to take this corner. Celebrated by those Dutch players, or those Dutch fans. And the man who scored the winner in match day 1, Wout Weghorst, is on and has replaced Memphis Depay. Could he do it again? No, he couldn't, surely. Veerman to take the corner. Right footed delivery. Header on. Headed away. And Griezmann to try and get it forward, but the flag was up anyway for offside there, so France will get the free kick. Veerman's cross headed on by Van Dijk, and then Weghorst was offside there. Let's see what the final 10 minutes has in store. Some fresh legs on for both sides and opportunities awaiting. Who will take their opportunity at this late stage? Tchouaméni. Hernandez. Rabiot. Back to Tchouaméni. Saliba. Back to Rabiot. Forward to Griezmann. On the spin. Finds Conte. Chops across. Conte. Beaten there. The referee said no foul. Although Tchouaméni overrun it. And the ball through is too far ahead of Wijnaldum. Here's Griezmann. Into the last 10. Conte. Again, surrounded there, Conte, but not fouled as he's dispossessed. Nice ball to Ake. Here for the Netherlands. Gini Wijnaldum. Massively experienced midfielder and at an international level, of course. Reinders. Dumfries. If this does end in a goalless draw, it will be the first of the competition this tournament. Here's Griezmann. Picks up the loose ball. Koundé now. Coman. Kingsley Coman. Back it comes to Tchouaméni. Koundé. Tchouaméni to whip one in. Giroud trying to get on the end of it. But he just evaded him. That cross, and it goes behind for the goal kick. Yeah, he just lost the flight of the ball there to Giroud. Thought it was coming behind him. He just couldn't get his feet right. Couldn't get his body in the right shape to get that strike or to even get his head to it. No doubting the quality of these two sides, but maybe doubting whether it's been on show tonight. Moments of glimpses, as I said, in the first half. France have partly had the better of the efforts in the second, but neither side have been able to take their chances when they've come. Clinical edge missing tonight. All the build-up, and it's really not far away from falling flat on its face. This wonderful fixture set up, but It's not turning out to be a wonderful game. I think France have been better in the second half. Thought both sides were quite tentative, both a bit timid in the first half, both a bit afraid to take an extra risk, but France had kind of upped their tempo a bit and tried to take those risks when Dembele was on the pitch to break into those zones and to be more risky, take a few more risks in the final third and try and get off a couple of more shots. And ultimately they have been a bit better, but at the same time you have to bring clinical edge, you have to be clinical, you have to finish your chances. When you create them, you have to finish them, and France have done the first part. They've created them, haven't finished them. And the Netherlands have had their fair share of opportunities. One or two good opportunities in the second half that they could have tested. Mike Mania, of course, that disallowed goal, of course, but in the end, a draw wouldn't be an unfair result for either team. They would learn a lot from it, the two. They'll learn a lot about each other from it if they do end up meeting later in the competition, which we expect both to get that to that stage. Coman. Chouameni. To Hernandez. Back to Aurelien Chouameni. Upamecano. France still dominating the possession. Upamecano. Unwilling to make that run forward. Rabiot. Wide to Coman. Bodies in the box here for France. Coman, can he find one? Can't find any space. Has to go back to Upamecano. Chouameni back to Saliba. Certainly would set up a cracking match day 3 between these two, because if they did end in a draw, they would both qualify, but top spot would still be up for grabs. At the moment, the Netherlands would clinch it on goals scored at the moment. Goal difference the same, points the same, head-to-head the same. It would be goals scored that would separate the Netherlands in top spot at the moment. So it could be a straight shootout between Poland and in the Poland and Austria games on match day 3 if it does end a draw. Griezmann upended there, wanted the foul. Referee said no as Netherlands trying to counter-attack. Saliba done well to measure that against Dumfries. Headed down to Hernandez. Decent piece of defending there from William Saliba, who for the majority of the night hasn't put a foot wrong. Hernandez. Conte. Upamecano. Koundé. Coman. Back to Chouameni. Saliba. Over the top there from Conte. Flicked back by Giroud into the path of Griezmann, but fantastically covered there by the Dutch. That would have been a wonderful move, a wonderful goal. Fantastic from Giroud over the top. Flicked it back for his man making the run. Here's Hernandez, breaks down the left. Fizz back across. Griezmann out to the right hand side. Koundé squares it across. Away by Van Dijk. Game gone a bit exciting there, although that foul by Chouameni on Wijnaldum gets the Netherlands the free kick, which Aurelien Chouameni disagrees with the referee that it was a foul, but he does have a hold of him. Rabiot is on the floor at the moment, not in a good way. Another worry maybe for France. Problem. And down against Dumfries there in that challenge down the left hand side. Just seeing that pop ball forward, it was wonderful. Ball over the top, and Giroud well in, heading it back, and that's fantastic. Tracking back there from Joey Veerman, stepping back in his own box, and was involved there. Oh, there's Arsene Wenger. We saw him earlier this afternoon in Dusseldorf. Between Slovakia and Ukraine, and has made an appearance here in Leipzig tonight. As Rabiot, after receiving a bit of treatment, is back to his feet. And the French, the fans, waving those tricolours, those tricolores, high in the sky. De Vrij for the Netherlands. Dumfries, De Vrij over the top, headed away by Saliba, flicked on by Rabiot, who's returned. Giroud, lovely work. Rabiot gets it back. He's got runners into the box. Rabiot can go himself. Chest squares it across. Probably should have went for goal again. Griezmann though, as there's a man in a heap there. Referee saying no foul, and Koundé involved to put it out for the Netherlands throw as Gakpo that got back. Rabiot broke into the box. No one can get across the post, across the box in time. Try and meet that squared pass, and Giroud complaining he should have cut it back to him, but no one was getting in there in time, and the Netherlands get it away. Out for the throw in here. And Kylian Mbappe looks frustrated on the sidelines. Certainly not making an appearance tonight. And obvious that wasn't going to be happening for the last 15-20 minutes or so, that Mbappe wasn't coming on. If he was to come on, that would have been the time, around the 70-minute mark. But clearly not wanting to take the risk. Didier Deschamps, they have a long tournament ahead of them if they want to, well, if they do successfully. And they want to make sure that their star man, their poster boy, their captain, is fit enough for the latter stages if they get there. At the moment, they're both sides are just coming up to just a couple of minutes away from getting to the knockout stages, both confirming their places, and would be knocking out Poland. Poland will be, of course, eliminated. The first team that would be eliminated. And we'll have 5 added minutes at the end of the 90 here and the Red Bull Arena in Leipzig. As I said, both these games are match day 3 kickoff at the same time, 5 o'clock on Tuesday. Koundé cuts it back for Conte as the shot took a deflection. Will be a corner. Really good work from Koundé. Cut it back to Conte in the box. It was Coman that cut it back to Koundé first, and then Conte and Weghorst got back there along with Van Dijk to block it. Corner. I'll tell you about the upcoming fixtures in a moment. This is a good moment here for France. Corner, right hand side. Griezmann over to take it. Lifts it into the box. Punched away by Verbruggen. Back out to the edge of the box. Hesitant to go for the header there, the French. As Koundé wins it back cleanly. Tchouaméni now. Griezmann. Round the corner to Koundé. Back out to Coman, and couldn't reach Giroud there. Tchouaméni held on to there by Dumfries, but they're holding on to each other there, and Koundé will get the throw. Wanted the foul there to Denzel Dumfries, but there was everybody had a hold of everybody in there, it seemed. Rabiot. Hernandez. Lifting across in Theo Hernandez. Away by Ake. Koundé will recover. Past Gakpo. He'll get the throw in there, Gakpo. Well committed to hit the ball off Koundé and win the throw in. 3 minutes to go. There's still more than enough time for something to happen. Mbappe is still frustrated down there. You can see it. As there was another lunge in there. It was Upamecano. Another foul, another free kick to the Netherlands. Last few minutes here in Leipzig. De Vrij. Dumfries. Not in a hurry, the Dutch. Van Dijk. Back to Verbruggen. De Vrij. Verbruggen. This type of football is not being well received inside the stadium. Very slow, lethargic for the Netherlands, ready to just settle for the points. Don't blame them. Don't blame either side for wanting to settle for the point. Hard-fought game. You don't want to lose it later on. And from the way these two teams have played tonight, I don't think either of them deserve to win it. Although one might win it. Here come the Netherlands. Ball chipped to the back post. Koundé did flick that one. We'll go out for the throw-in. 90 seconds to go. Ake over to take the throw-in. As I was saying, that throw-in came to nothing as Coman will clear it up the pitch. Van Dijk, though, keeps it on the front foot, and that ball will run all the way through. Goal kick. So, match day 3 for Group D is on Tuesday from 5. We will be watching the Netherlands against Austria, as well as France against Poland. Both from 5 o'clock, both live here on LFS, and you will keep up to date with who gets top spot, who gets second, and who gets third. At the moment, it looks like it'll be one of 3 between France, Netherlands, and Austria, because Poland, in about 40 seconds, will be the first team in the group stages to be eliminated. Koundé, Conte, unless there's a late winner. Tchouaméni, Griezmann, Hernandez, Tchouaméni looking for the ball forward. Hernandez just came too far infield, and that will run out for a goal kick. Come to nothing. Similar theme all night this game has had. Mbappe looks on. Maybe frustrated. There's the whistle. A 0-0 draw. Our first goalless draw of the tournament. And ultimately, it was a battle between the two sides. A chess match in the end. Both didn't get to their levels. The Dutch had a goal pretty harshly or cruelly disallowed through Xavi Simons. But on the night, France had the better chances. The Dutch had a game plan. Neither could execute ultimately. And that ended up with both a point apiece. But the positives, they've both kept a clean sheet, and they're both through to the round of 16. Who will get top spots? That is still to be decided. We will be live on for match day 3 of Group D, alongside all the rest of match day 3, starting from Sunday right through to Wednesday here on LFS. Tomorrow we will have Belgium-Romania confirmed live for you. We might have another, but we will confirm that for you tomorrow. But Belgium-Romania certainly tomorrow, and we will see you then. For tonight, Netherlands-France, neither could take the 3 points, but a point will do. Poland eliminated. The Dutch and the French are in the knockouts.